wasteland, fire, the howl of a leviathan, and the approach of a metal guardian. The Goliath taking a last stand for humanity in front of the impending doom, and all life looking towards the mechanical defender to stop evil from taking the day, but ultimately fails. The mech seems to have no chance of coming back. Thanks, Isekai. Mecha anime has had a large decline in the last decade, with not much to pique attention towards the genre. I mean, we've had titles surge like Gridman and Darling in the Franxx to bring the love of giant robots and kaiju back into our lives, but like nothing to start a revolution. I mean, when I was little, I wasn't a Gundam guy or a Code Geass groupie. I was a Power Ranger frickin' fangirl, because the Red Ranger was my ideal career and was going to be my biggest bragging point if there was ever a high school reunion. Like, oh, you became a dentist and I break giant monster teeth for a living. The Power Rangers were my original heroes, and if there was anything in the world I wanted to do in life, it would be to pilot a giant-ass Megazord. There is something about giant robots coming together to form one giant robot that made me want to cry my eyes out because of how cool it was. The massive power to defeat ginormous monsters drove me to beg my father for every Megazord I could get my tiny little hands on, and I probably had like 20 Megazords in my life and ended up selling them to buy a Wii when I was a teenager. And I checked recently how much a Megazord costs now, and crap baskets, I wish I tripped and broke my hand so I could never hold a Wii controller. I could have bought like 30 Wiis, man. Megazords were my life when I was a kid. And then I got into drugs. Code Geass was like the first anime I watched with actual piloted mechs, but I don't think it could be compared to like giant Megazords because they're freaking huge. So I never felt awe in all of these machines. And then came Gurren Lagann with the drill so big. Okay, enough of the penis jokes. Gurren Lagann is my mech fantasy. It brought back the joy of mechs again in this worn out heart of mine. This anime deserves a video all to itself, but all I can say for now is that when it came to mechs, Gurren Lagann sucker punched everyone in the face, especially me, with a passionate scowl. Who the hell do you think I am? I am, and always will be, in love with mechanical titans until the day I die. But unfortunately, mechas have died. Right now, we are in an era where, as far as the eye can see, some poor lucky bastard is going to another world with some weird deformity or parlor trick that is going to let him succeed, while mechs have been scrapped in the pit of our memories. You see, mech anime are not easy to pitch anymore. Animating them is hard work, and if they decided to even greenlit one, it's most likely going to have to be done in 3D, and we all know that compared to the source material, it isn't going to be given its due. So, that's not even to say that there are many mecha manga out there to begin with. And with all the facts given, and the work it would take to make a mech anime, I don't think it's going to happen. But I need it to. I'm not saying that what we have now isn't great, because some of the anime coming out recently have blown my socks off, and I'm excited to see what the next trend of anime will be. But there are some days that I go into my garage and see my scaled down model of the Wild Force Predator Megazord with dust on its head and its missing chest piece. And I remember the day I saw it on television on a Saturday morning, and I would jump up in the air like the kid I was. I never thought I would have that feeling again until anime mecha were introduced to me, and it brought back the joy I had forgotten, and I became a kid again. I want that back. I want to be able to freak out about a grand introduction to a new giant robot and buy the figure and simply get excited about it. But what scares me is the 90% chance that may not happen. I may never see the next Gurren Lagann or Evangelion. I'm just hoping that one day, the mech that lost to the new generation can simply stand once again, so my childhood self can stand again too. Thanks.